orange glad. I'm going to show you how to make an orange today. This is an easy crochet project and only uses a few stitches, and it's a free pattern, so keep on watching. Make your crochet orange, you need orange yarn, and you need a piece of fabric about the size of your hand spread out. Nothing fancy here. If you have orange fabric, that's great, but if not, you really don't see too much of that fabric. That you can see a little bit there, but it doesn't matter too much. And you need scrap fabric, or even I've got some laundry lint in here. I mean, you could use polyfil, but that's going to cost you money, and you know that's not my thing. We try to do without spending money. So anyway, to make your with your G hook, the first thing you're going to do is form a loop, which if you want some more detail on that, watch my how to crochet a chain video. Anyway, we're going to chain 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then we're going to join to that first chain with a slip stitch. So grab some thread and go through both of those. And then we're going to chain 2. Now in each of those 5 spaces around, we're going to do 3 half double crochets. A half double crochet is kind of like a cross between a double crochet and a single crochet. So to make it, we're going to wrap around. We're going to go into this first space here and grab some thread and pull it back through. At this point, you have 3 loops on your hook. You're going to wrap around and go through all 3 of those at once. So you can see it's a little bit shorter than a double crochet, but it is a little bit taller than a single one. So wrap around, go in, grab some thread, pull through, 3 on the hook, wrap around, go through all of them. So that puts us at 2 in the first hole, and we need to go in and put 1 more. And we're going to do that same thing. We're going to do 3 half double crochets in each of those 5 all the way around. So that's 3 in that one. Going in our next space, another 3. Okay, that's the 3rd in that space. We've got 2 more to go. 2 more spaces to go. And this is our last group of 3, our last space here. So you'd had 5 spaces total, with 3 half double crochets in each. Okay, and then we're going to join to that first space. And we're going to chain 2. And we're going to work 2 half double crochets in each of those spaces. And that's going to give us 30 around. So 1, 2, 1, 2 in the next. 8, 29, and 30. So make sure you double check that you've got exactly 30 half double crochets. You don't want to mess up this early on. And then I'm going to go in and join with the slip stitch. And then I'm going to chain 2. And it's going to be very repetitive for the next few rows. We're going to do 1 half double crochet in each space around. That doesn't want to let me in there. Which is going to be a total of 30 each time. Man, I was too tight there. If you ever get too tight, you kind of put your hook in and you kind of pull on it and get it stretched out a little again. Because that's where I need to be. There we go. Alright, so 1 half double crochet in each space all the way around. And that'll give you 30. So if you don't want to keep track of counting and you just want to double check yourself each time, what you do is you pull aside that first chain 2. You don't count that, and then you just count stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I like to pinch them. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. And that's just a good way to know, okay, I've got them all. So a lot of times I crochet when I'm watching TV or sitting, well, someone's talking. I just, I like to have my hands moving. So you don't necessarily want to sit there and count every stitch that you crochet. So a lot of times you can do it by feel and then kind of check yourself later. Or if you're making a whole bag of oranges for your child to play with or as a gift, you might just start realizing, oh, that's a circle, and you don't need to count it every time. For the next row, we're going to do the exact same thing. We're chaining 2, and we are going to work 30 half double crochets. So 1 half double crochet in each space. So I'm not going to count them until the end, but you do whichever way works for you. If you want to count each stitch that you make, that's fine. Just wanted to take a moment and point out, as you start going around in this row, it's going to start to kind of turn in, which is our ultimate goal. I mean, we're going to be making a ball, so an orange. Anyway, so don't freak out if it starts to curve in. That's why we didn't add any increases. We wanted it to start coming in a natural, just non-forced way. So anyway, that's that same row we were still working on. I just wanted to show you that that's the point where it starts to just curve in on itself. 29, 30. And then we're going to join with the slip stitch. So we're going to go in, wrap some thread, go through. And you guessed it, the next row is the same exact. We're going to chain 2, and we're going to work 30 half double crochet all the way across. Finished our 30 half double crochet. We're going to join again. And this is our last row that we're going to do the same thing. So chain 2 and work 30 half double crochets all the way around. Now that you've completed those 3 identical rows of the 30 half double crochets, you're going to have to count a little more. So we're going to chain 2 and we're going to work 3 half double crochets, 1 in each space. So 1 in the next, 2, 3. Then we're going to skip 1 space. So right here, I'm not going to put a half double crochet. I'm going to put it in the next space. And I'm going to do 1, 2, 3 half double crochets. And then I'm going to skip 1. And I'm going to continue that all the way around, a total of 7 times, including the ones I just showed you. So 3 half double crochet, skip 1, 7 times, and then I'll come back after I've done that. So I've done the 3 half double crochet, skip 1, 7 times, and you can count that easily because you'll see like a space where you did the skip. There's a small space that you can feel or see. Anyway, and then I'm going to do 2 half double crochets. So remember, I'm supposed to skip this first one here, right next to that. And then I'm going to do 1, 2 half double crochet. And then I'm going to join back again, finishing off that row. This next round, we're going to do chain 2. And then we're going to do 4 half double crochet, skip 1. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we're going to skip this one and go in the next space, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, skip a space, 1, 2, 3, 4, skip a space, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we're going to skip a space, 1, 2, oh, I think I did too many a second here. Let us count. Distracted by my phone alarm going off. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, yeah, we did the 4. So where I skipped it here, then we're going to chain 2 and then join. I was like, I'm out of space. I must have miscounted. Okay, so that was 4 of the 4 half double crochet, skip 1. We did that 4 times, and then we did 2 half double crochet. Now you can see we're running out of space here. It's starting to get closed up. So before that gets too closed up, we're going to take that piece of fabric that's about the size of your hand. It's just a scrap. And I'm going to take some yucky serger scraps and whatnot. Oh, piece of laundry lint. I'll do anything not to pay for polyfil. And because you don't want all that just poking out, we're going to roll that up in a nice little circle. I mean, you could even stitch that closed if you were concerned about that coming out later. So I'm going to leave it open just in case I need to tuck a little bit more in. I don't think I'm going to need to. And I'm going to play around with the shape of it because you can see I'm not quite a nice perfect circle. The stuffing was a little off. There we go. That's looking more like an orange. So play around with the stuffing. You might have to move it around until you get your nice sphere shape again. And then we're ready to do the next row. So if you wait too long to put that stuffing in, you won't fit it. So I'd do it right at this step. Right with me if I were you. Chain 2. And you can count if you want, but we're going to do this 9 times. We're going to do a half double crochet, 1, and then we're going to skip 1. So I'm going to count, we're going to do this 9 times. So I'm going to count this as 1, skip 1, 2, skip 1, 3, skip 1, 4, you're going to continue to skip 1, 5, skip 1, 6, skip 1, 7, skip 1, 8, skip 1, 9. Again, if it bothers you that there's a little bit of color, you know, you could use a white polyfill, you could use a color fabric that's closer to your yarn. It's a toy, so I'm down with a little bit of blue. And that was our 9. What was it, our 9? I lost count. Ah. Yes. I'm making sure. And then we're going to join with a slip stitch. And then this next row, you don't even have to count. You're going to do chain 1 and we're going to switch back over to single crochets, and we're going to go every other until it ends in a nice way. So single crochet 1, skip 1, single crochet, skip 1. And this is up to you depending on how you crochet. We don't want a bump sticking out at the end, and that's why I'm not going to tell you an exact amount. So I am actually going to stop at that point where I have 1, 2, 3 spaces left at the end, and I'm just going to go into the last one, grab some thread, pull it through, and if I had done any more than that, it would have a bump at the end. So we're going to cut off that thread. Buzz the ends, and we're just going to hide your yarn. See, I took that opportunity to have one more way to hide up that blue a little bit by running that thread through there. So anyway, that is your orange, and if you liked this, you might want to go check out my play food video, and it's basically all the different components to make a play salad.